Good morning, Infinity. I am pleased to welcome you to another Infinity Fellowship. My name is Jeff Obafemi-Carr, also known as Rev Jeff here at Infinity, and I am the Chief Spiritual Officer. I want to welcome you into the space. We got a great Sunday ahead. It is Nurturing Sunday. We've got every tech crew in place. Everybody's in the support staff is here. The voices of Infinity are on point, so we're ready to have an awesome Nurturing Sunday and to pour into you in powerful ways here at the Infinity Fellowship. It's your Sunday service time. So go get the family together, put the kids around the TV, shut everything down, and let's get ourselves on the right frequency vibration to enjoy a powerful Sunday of manifestation. Make sure that you subscribe if you are on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook, hit the like button and tag somebody who might want to be a part of this amazing spiritual experience. We'll see you in just a minute.
Good morning. Second Sunday. We're about to get it started. We're going to have a service together and we're going to be doing some music. Reggie, you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. Yay! I can see clearly now the rain has gone, and I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. Woo! I think I can make it now. The pain has gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. Look all around. the blue sky. Look right ahead, nothing in that sky. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. And I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. Ooh, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. Y'all feel that out there? It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. We're claiming that for today. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. Yeah, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. Woo!
How awesome is it to be in the space today as the gongs ring and they call us into the space of divine service, divine celebration, divine energy. We give thanks for you today for joining us. We give thanks to the Voices of Infinity for being here in the space. Those voices are Sister Kenitha Carr on, of course, the vocals. Of course, Brother Reggie Wooten on the guitar orchestra, just playing it all. We just love it all. It's in the space today, and we're in the vibratory space. So we invite you to settle in for today's service and to just sit still for just a few moments as we begin by breathing. It's a conscious space. It's a space of saying, I want to be present. So take a deep inhale here. Exhale and just let it all into the atmosphere. And just begin to consciously be mindful of this gift of life that we call breath. Inhaling and exhaling slowly. And I want you to fight the urge to buff up and to swell up and to lift your neck and shoulders and to tense your face. If you've got tension in your body right now, if you've got any stress points in your body right now, acknowledge them. Take an inhale and feel where they are. And then on a gentle exhale, just let it all go. Good. Just like that. Continuing to breathe like this, allow your eyes to close. And just experience the space of no thing. Acknowledging in this space of no thing that all things emerge from this divine space of imagination, this divine space of higher consciousness, this divine space of connection and creativity. And as we together around the world unify ourselves in the breath, we absorb the gift of awareness today. If we have been out of alignment this week, if we woke up and had a bad morning, if we experienced on our way to this screen today or this facility a series of unfortunate events here in the space of no thing, we hit the reset button. We hit the delete button on previous thoughts. And instead, we embrace this present moment. Breathing in and breathing out. Centering ourselves in the frequency of love. Recognizing in this moment that all our needs are met, that our brains are functioning correctly, that we can choose to focus on the good in the right now moment. What a gift it is to be here. Accepting the good and feeling the positive, radiant energy that feels as if it is merging from within us, but we know that it is a cosmic dance. It's from within, it's from without, it's all around. It is the joyful love of God, of divine source, of the universe, of the cosmos, of the ancestors, of whatever name we put on that it energy. We live in it right now. We breathe in it right now in gratitude. And in this moment of unified breathing, we ask that all heads now be bowed and all hearts now be open. As I call on you to focus on the God of your acceptance and understanding, for many it will have a name. For others, it may have a face or a culture or a continent. For others, it may be so indefinable that we just simply call it divine source. We call it creation. We call it origin. We call it first of the first. And in the scientific dance and balance that gives us what we know as reality, we go to that energy in gratitude. Limitless and abundant creator, divine source, perceived by many different names and yet known by one energy. We come to you in this moment in gratitude, broadcasting here in person and abroad as the Infinity Fellowship. We thank you for the opportunity to be a part of an interspiritual community that looks beyond the religious divides and pulls people together around commonalities that move us, that encourage us, that lift us, that push us into our divine purpose. We give thanks right now for your divine presence and our awareness of that presence. Thank you for the gifts that you have bestowed upon us. Thank you for the life that flows through our bodies. Thank you for the appreciation that we have for the many gifts that you have given us. And when we reach the point where these gifts can seem overwhelming, simply turn us back to the breath. And that breath reminds us that everything is going to be all right. That all things are indeed working toward the good. In this field of gratitude that we share around the world, we give thanks for family. We give thanks for friends. We give thanks for great health. We give thanks for abundance and prosperity. We give thanks for intellectual wisdom and growth. We give thanks for contrast that makes us be stronger. We give thanks for everything that is coming our way because we recognize that this is a year of attainment. This is our time to manifest. This is our time to harvest the seeds that have been planted. It is our time to shine with that light that you put in us in our mother's womb. And so today we do this. We do it boldly. We do it with wisdom. We do it with intellect. And yes, we do it with fun because we are excited to be here today. And we are excited to be the home for those who never thought they would fit anywhere else. Thank you for this space today. We speak that something is said in the message. We speak that something is heard in a word. We hear and speak that something is shared in a song or a musical note or a lick on a guitar, which will just remind somebody how good life is right now and how we're in this thing and we're in this thing to win this thing. So for these blessings, for these proclamations of good that I speak into the universe, for those joining us globally, we give thanks. And for other things that I cannot put into words, we simply say thank you. We proclaim it so, and so it is. And the people said together, Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. And so it is. We are so pleased that you are with us today. We're so excited that you joined us in this space. It's time for us to pour our libations. As it said on the screen, that libation is a pouring out of water. It is a pouring out of water that recognizes that life is a gift. And the energy of life is what flows through us now. It's the energy of the Ashe. It is the energy of the prana in the yogic tradition. It's the energy of the breath, that animation that gives us who we truly are while we're wearing these earth suits. But we know that that's not who we truly are, don't we? And that's the beauty of being able to complete the pouring of libations today with you. For wherever you are, you have the gift of memory. Remembering those who came before. Remembering those who taught you the lessons that got you to where you are. Remembering those who prayed you through during those times where you didn't know what you were doing. But there was somebody on their knees making sure that they were tapping into spirit on your behalf. And as a result, we are here. There are people who are in our ancestry who we may not be proud of. We didn't think that they were the best ancestors that we could have had. But because they were here, you're existing. So their job was to get you here. Their job was to give you the strength that you needed to be successful. So we pause today and we pour with water representing the living into the earth. What happens to our earth suits when we no longer need them? When we shed these earthly bodies and move to the plane of life after life, this acknowledgement of this circle, this completion of this circle, is a space of respect. It is a space of love. It is a space of remembrance. It is a space of thanksgiving. And so I invite you in the space today to remind us of your ancestors. So as we pour this water, we use the Yoruba word, which means breath, life, and a proclamation of so it is, Ashe. You hear people say that a lot. Yeah, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Well, look, it means a lot of powerful things. So it's a wonderful affirmation, and we use it today in the pouring of our libations. But we ask that in absence of your physical presence here, that you just call the names aloud at home. Some of you have a plant and you pouring your own water there. We love it too. We ask that if you can type their names into the box, type the names in the box so that we can see that names are coming in from all over the world as we pour today. So as we pour in this moment, as those names pop into your head, keep in mind that they are speaking remembrance. And they are saying, remember me. And so we pour today. Ashe. cool water, freshen our spirits today. Ashe. Freshen and consecrate this house. Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors. Ashe. We give praise in this moment to Almighty, Mother, Father God, Divine Source, and all creation. Ashe. Grant to us peace and prosperity. Ashe. We pour today to the energies of the North, where we find our direction and stand true. Ashe. We pour today to the direction of the South, where we find our roots in who we are across cultures and ethnicities around the world. Ashe. We pour to the energy of the direction of the East, the space of the rising sun that reminds us that weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Ashe. To the lunar energy of the West and the setting of the sun and the divine cycle of the divine feminine of the moon. This recognition of the balance of the forces of nature in the universe and this divine ballet we call life. Ashe. We pour to the ground below us, the space where we are rooted, the space that gives us strength so that we can stand like a tree by the water, not being moved, swaying when we have to, bending when we have to, but never breaking. Ashe. To the sky and the energy above us, the space that becomes a blank landscape for our dreams and vision and purpose in this world. A blank landscape that allows our minds to wander and go through the scientific process of creation that eventually makes it so that we can pull those dreams into reality in manifestation. Ashe. And to the sixth direction in the Lakota tradition, the sixth direction being the intersection of all these roads, all these directions, the space of the heart, where our dreams live, where our energy flows from within, without, connected ever to God of our understanding. Ashe. For these next few pours, I invite you to call the names aloud at home, in the space, type them into the box as we remember those who have gone on before. And as we see and hear and feel the energy coming from all over, what a divine moment of recognition. We pour to the children in the world, womb, and yet unborn. We say, Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. It is done, and so it is. Some of my favorite words to say in this space. Good morning, Infinity. Oh, I got some voices in. We got our support staff here today, so it's just a great day. Sister Lisa's in the house. I'm putting on blast. Brother Daniel is working our cameras and sound today. Brother Tony is running our live stream. And, of course, we got the voices. Sister Kenitha Carr, Brother Reggie Wooten. What an awesome day to say good morning. So I want to say good morning to everybody. And I want to invite you into the space today. If you are brand new, jump in on this gratitude. The energy that you feel is because at Infinity we have an attitude of gratitude. One thing that we're going to do here at the core of consciousness and the apex of authenticity is we're always going to feel good. When you come to church on Infinity Sundays, when you come in this space, you're going to feel good when you get here. You're going to feel greater when you're here. You're going to feel the greatest when you leave. We're going to supercharge you with gratitude. And one of the ways that we supercharge you with gratitude is real simple. We say good morning to each other around the world, and we even sing it. And while we're singing it, and while you're humming it, you're typing, you're thumbing, you're putting in where you are, where you're broadcasting in from. Tell us your name, especially if you got, an interesting creative handle. I used to have Third Eye Me, and that was my handle, and people would be like, Third Eye Me, what's your name, Third Eye Me? And I was like, my name is Brother Jeff. I depended on somebody else's third eye to interpret what my name was through a screen. It didn't work like that. So let us know who you are so we can shout you out. Let us know where you're broadcasting from, where you're watching Infinity from. We want to find this out, because as we grow in global outreach, we want to make sure this gratitude reaches every corner of the known universe. So let us know who you are, where you are, and just give us one thing you're grateful for today. I know. Just one thing. This is the gratitude moment. It's part of the celebration. It's part of the energy. One thing that you're grateful for. Something good could have happened to you this week. You could have gotten up this morning. You could have gotten up early without the alarm clock. Little simple thing that you're grateful for as we say good morning to you. Come on.
Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say a da 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 da. Hey, a da 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 da. A da 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 da. Good morning. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. And you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Da 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 da. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hey.
Da ba da, yeah. Da ba da, da da da. Generating gratitude in the space today. Look, I see you, I hear you talking. We are in the space today. Seeing you in the space today. Giving honor, giving gratitude. Just go ahead and type it in if you got one thing to share. We got a little bit of a tiny bit of delay on the stream, so get it in early and we'll do our best to put your moment of gratitude in the space. We are grateful today to have a stronger signal with our internet. And that's something that is good. I appreciate those who went on and still watched service and listened with their third eye. They saw with their third eye and listened to their inner ear. And that's the beauty of the space today as we are here. So good morning. We've got Sister Denise in the house. I put you up on the screen, Sister Denise. Good morning, Infinity. The Knolls in Nashville, Tennessee. Grateful to be here with you all. Isn't it grateful just to be here? Isn't it great? We've got Sister Angie Bartlett-Treese in the house. Good morning from Murfreesboro, the borough, Tennessee, USA. Grateful for my clean bill of health from a recent doctor's visit. Hey man, nothing like a good clean bill of health, buddy. Woo! Leah Martin's in the house. Namaste and good morning to you. Love, Leah from Chattanooga. Grateful for you sharing your gifts with us and bringing us together. Leah, we're grateful for you too, sister. Good to have you in the space today. Chattanooga. That's close enough to visit. Getting warm in Nashville. We're going to get this thing back going. Leanne is in the house. Sunny greetings from Belgium. Woo! Grateful to be with all of you today. And we're grateful to be all over the world today. Glad to have you with us. I think it's evening in Belgium. So, it's cool. We got Sunday night service, Sunday morning service on one coast, and across the world, Sunday evening service at the same time. Isn't it awesome? Tanisha's in the house. Good morning. I'm grateful for all of my senses. You got them all functioning and good. I love it. John Gregg is in the house. Cousin Greg, Cousin John. Hello, Infinity family. This is Cousin John in Ohio. Grateful for my family. And another day, we got him in the house, man. I love it. I love it when we see Cousin John up here. Tanisha Renee is sending love from Laverne, Tennessee. Right up the street. Take you about, 21 minutes to get here from Laverne, I do believe, when it's time. Come on. Tanita's in the house. Good to see you, Tanita. Happy Sunday from Durham, North Carolina. Grateful for traveling grace. We speak it. We speak safe grace and traveling for you. All arriving in one piece with everything working. Justin is in the house. Good to see you, Doc. Good morning from Shreveport, Louisiana. Grateful for a day off, which allows me to watch live. Good to have you. Dr. Justin, we know you watch on the replay too, and that's good, but it's great to have you with us in the moment. So we've got them coming in. Look, as they come in, we may pop you up and put you on the screen, but we want to say good morning. So turn to somebody in your family or stand up in your house and just sing along with the voices of infinity.
When good morning to you.
Hey.
A good morning to you. A good morning to you. 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 Woo. Well, yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So, of course, as you know, the Super Bowl's today. So, of course, you know the team I'm representing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no matter who's in Super Bowl, I'm still going to rep this no matter what. This is to the end. Yes. So, again, I do say good morning, Infinity.
Good morning.
All right, now, welcome into the Infinity Experience live online. Now, here at Infinity, we don't tell you what to call or how to define the God of your own personal acceptance and understanding. That is an intensely personal and beautiful relationship. Now, here at Infinity, we affirm your unique connection. Now, whatever you call that source energy, you'll hear us say God interchangeably with the universe, divine source. Now, what you see around you is proof, and I do mean a proof that it was showing off when you were created at the same image and likeness. Now, it's time to speak aloud the core agreements that bring us together at Infinity, and we call that infinitude. And infinitude is defined in the dictionary as the state or quality of being infinite or having no limit. Because we no limit soldiers. I thought I told you. No limit soldiers. Thought I told you. I don't know if it's the coffee or what it is, man. I'm feeling hyped today. I don't know what's going on. I'm on it now. Now, we have a unique mix of faith backgrounds at Infinity, but what centers us is the spirituality we all share in common. For us, infinitude is defined as infinity with an attitude. And yes, we got to do a little infinity sign as we snap them fingers. Now, that attitude is gratitude, and the snap you just heard is the spiritual practice that gives us life and meaning. Now, snap is on your screen, and we recommend you take some time to meditate on both it and our statement of infinitude by visiting our website at myif.org. That's myif.org. The S is for spirituality that transcends religion and connects you to the God of your own understanding. The N is for nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. The A is for action because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every day. And finally, the P is for the what? Proof. The proof that our spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. Now, we are grateful you are all here as unique manifestations of our Creator, the loving, living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived by many names, yet known by only one energy. Now, I invite you to join us in the affirmation of our statement of infinitude. We agree that we are beings of pure eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the Creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it, because we'll only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide light acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or social economic background. All are truly welcome at Infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through the meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so, according to the many ancient terms of affirmation. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. Thank y'all so much.
All right, y'all. So, in honor, February is Black History Month. So, in honor of that, sometimes we forget about just the basics of where music comes from. And how else can we just ignore that, especially when I'm sitting with the legendary Reggie Wooten to play us some stuff. So we got a little jazz, right? A little blues, medley, and rhythm and blues. We're putting it together so that we can just have us a good time, okay? How y'all feel about that? Yes.
Okay. Al Green blues says something like this. I can think of younger days of living for my life, about the wonderful things a man can do. But I can never see tomorrow. How can I ever stop about the sorrow? How can you mend this broken heart? How can I stop the rain from falling down? Somebody please tell me, how how can I stop the sun from shining? I wanna know what makes the world go round. La 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 la. Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? Karen Carpenter Jazz. You said you'd be coming back this way again. Luther Vandross style jazz.
Yes, come on, Reggie.
Baby, 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 oh baby, I love you, I really do. Ooh, little George Benson jazz.
Ooh.
Are we really happy here with this lonely game we're playing? Searching for words to say. Searching but not finding, understanding anywhere. Lost in this masquerade. Bill Withers jazz. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Wayne Shorter, Miles Davis, song called Prince of Darkness.
Yes,
Come
come on.
Isaac Hayes. I just can't get over losing you, Burt Bacharach writer. So if I seem broken into, walk on by. Please walk on by. Foolish pride. You see that make me weep in silence, 'cause each time I see you, I break down and cry. Oh mama, please walk on by. Make believe you've never seen the tears I've cried. Oh mama, please walk on by. Little blues jazz. Maybe go by Chicago. I'll do the first. Chicago. Come on,
Hey.
baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? I'm going back, sweet home Chicago. You got one?
I think I got it. Baby, baby, what is the matter with you? Ooh, baby, baby, what is the matter with you? You got the world in the jug, and you got nothing to do. Take it away,
Bobby
Reggie.
Bouclair. I've been downhearted ever since the day we met.
Yeah.
Blues jazz.
Yeah.
I said I've been downhearted ever since the day we met. Sometimes I wonder, baby, how blue will I get?
No, I told you, you'd be the death of me. And when I'm always with you, I give the third degree. Oh, that ain't right at all. That you're taking all my money and going out having yourself a ball. Yeah. Hey, hey,
Come
hey.
on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? I'm going back,
Yes.
sweet home Chicago.
Woo. Now that's how it's done.
Blues Jack.
That was good.
Oh, come on, voices. Boy, what you don't know about voices. Oh, 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 oh.
Come on, Mary.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, came home this morning.
Hey.
What a shock.
What?
Found the keys to my door, no longer fit the lock. She said, "No, baby,
Woo.
you gotta go back where you've been." That's it. Oh, y'all know the back. While you was slicking out, someone else is stepping in. See, when y'all get something new, right?
Child.
I got a new way of wearing my hair. Got a smile on my face, and you didn't put it there, no, baby. When you get in a new life, I found myself a new friend. Now when you've been stepping out, someone else is stepping in. Oh,
Hey.
you see, the universe today is working marvelous things in your life. Those blues walking, they free you from struggle and strife. Well, you got to know that it's with you, all in your bones, wherever you may be. Love is here to give you victory, baby. Sweet bitty doo ba doo 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 daddy dee doo dee 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 dee. Sit doo ba doo ba 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 doo now. Hey, oh, I said, oh, baby, don't you want to go? Oh, baby, don't you want to go? Back to that sweet old place, sweet home Chicago. Let's break it, Reggie. I'm gonna get in math. 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is flow. I'm heavy loaded, baby. I'm booked, I got to go. You see, hey, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that sweet old place, sweet home Chicago. Come on, Brett, let's do some more mouth. 1 and 1 is 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 2 is 6. We in an infinity. We all up in the mix. You say, hey, baby, don't you want to go? Back to that sweet old place, sweet home Chicago. Do back to that sweet old place there, sweet home Chicago. To that sweet old place, sweet home Chicago. La da ba dee 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 ba doo dee doo boo 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 ba ba doo 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 ba doo doo ba doo ba doo 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 oh. Oh, we're right here in these blues. Yeah. Oh man, come on, Reggie! Reggie Wooten. Could eat the car. Voices of Infinity. I'm loving these people. Every now and then. Oh man. That's when you feel it, man. Y'all don't know about that energy. We had peace, and the universe just said, hey, move that thing into another direction and just go with the flow, y'all. And look, dance and listen, When y'all understand about that blues energy, that jazz energy, it is an energy that is uniquely American music. It is energy that uniquely came out of struggle, and it is uniquely energy that will keep you from losing your natural born mind when you're going through. What a day. Y'all done pulled me out. What a nurturing Sunday here. Every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. I have no idea what we're saying in the chat box, but I know we're having some fun here today. So listen, first time visitors, you are now here squarely at the Infinity Fellowship. And when you say in yourself, in your mind right now, I never been to a church service like this. I never thought it could be possible, but I dadgum know it's feeding my soul. Welcome to Infinity. Welcome home. We want to welcome you in this space right now. Today for our visitors, welcome. If you are a first timer, go ahead and type first timer in the box. If you are joining us for YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you are joining us from Facebook, hit the like button and encourage your friends to like us the same. We want to welcome you in this space today. We want to say to you that this is your space. So if you are a first timer, we want to shower love on you. We can't hug you like we do when you're normally in the space. We can't even give you a high five right now, but we can do it online. So send the hearts, send the love up. Let's get to a space where we can let people know. If you are a first timer, I want to let you know that I got the privilege today of letting you know that we see you for who you truly are. And you're not a human being who showed up today to have a spiritual experience. It's the other way around. You are a spirit who is navigating this human experience just like us. And so in this space today, we want to say a special welcome to you. It's how we welcome our visitors here at Infinity Fellowship. We let you know that you are seen. So no matter what religious background you have, no matter what your faith tradition is, no matter if you are expansive and you don't just claim one set, you have landed in a space where you are at home. So whether you are reading through your biblical scriptures this morning and meditating, whether you are doing your prayers 5 times a day, whether you are meditating and chanting, or whether you're on the yoga mat, or whether you're just observing science and the stars, this is a space where you have home. If you got a candle that you're burning, you've smudged with sage, you've done your cards today, whatever it is, this is the crossroads where it all comes together. This is a community. This is where you are at home. So we like to extend our hands to you. If you've got your family at home, please, by all means, grab your kids, grab your mama, your grandmama, your sister, turn them towards you and look in their eyes. Hold your hands up in their direction as I'm holding my hands up toward you. And I want you to feel the light energy emanating from my palms into the screen. I want you to feel the love energy emanating in the room around you. Pay attention to the people that you look at today. Notice and note that they are awesome manifestations of creation, just like you are. Don't let anybody tell you anything otherwise. I know the who, what, where, when, and why. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, let it all go. Take another good deep breath. Feel that love. Exhale and release it. Look somebody in the eye. If you're a first timer, you can receive this energy. But I want you to note something. People all over the world are sending you this message by repeating after me. So if you can imagine that and see that everyone is saying the words that I'm about to give to you, you're going to feel just how awesome you are. Trust it. Y'all ready? All right. I see you. But you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You are a gift to me. and to the entire world. Yes, indeed. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me, where I can let you know that you are not alone. I am with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You're so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? I know the real you, and I see you shining today. So welcome to infinity. Welcome home. Asheo! Get up. Get a dance on. Get up. Get a dance on. Get up. Get a dance on. Let yourself feel it, y'all. Shake it out. Get that. Get everybody. Come on. Come on. Come on. Feel it. Everybody get up. If you got a body, get up. If you got some legs, get up and get down. If you got some hands, wave them in the air. Come on, kids. Hey. Yeah, hey, yo, hey. That, what Tony used to say? Hey, hey, hey. Hey, if you can feel it, get up and dance it out. If you can't feel it, any part of your body that you can move, even if you can move a finger, just wiggle that thing. Make it work. Make it work. Make it work. And give thanks for this moment. Let it out. Let it out. Oh, we're so grateful, man. In this moment, we're so grateful to be able to gather today and have Infinity continue to grow and to continue to expand. It is now time for us to participate as a community in our giving. Where's my phone? All right, I got to open up my Cash App too, because we're all going to do this. So we're going to go to our giving platforms in a moment. Those giving platforms are Cash App, that's $ Infinity Fellowship. They are PayPal, paypal.me/Infinity Fellowship. They are also international PayPal. The email is infinitynashville, one word, @gmail.com. You can also place your check, money order in the mail, and that is Infinity Fellowship, 641 West Nocturne Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37207. We're going to put those back up in just a moment. As a community, it is a blessing to be able to give. We operate here at Infinity Fellowship by the law of attraction. The law of attraction is very, very, very clear. You attract the frequency that you put out into the world. So if you put out a frequency of lack, you're going to attract an abundance of lack, because the universe doesn't know how to do anything but amplify whatever signal you have. If you put out a signal of good and freedom and abundance, and you release the fear of money and the embracing of a spirit of I don't have, guess what? You're going to see some powerful things happen in your life. I'm congratulating all of you who have moved toward the space of giving a percentage of what you get from the universe back to the space where you receive your spiritual food. We're so excited that we've been able to grow in giving and in outreach and in broadcasting capability because of you, because you have partnered with this fellowship, with this ministry, to make sure that we can stay independent and strong and continue to pour all this good into you. I know my personal testimony of being a good giver, and I would give tithing 10%. I give above and beyond that with my offerings, whatever spirit moved me to give. And yet and still, I always came into a space where I felt condemned, where when I got done with church service, I was beat up I was guiltified. I was told how filthy I was and how terrible I was. It contradicted everything that I learned about God being a God of love and the universe being good. And yet I was able to still see the benefit in my life of pausing and pouring back to the space where I receive spiritual food. This community is a community of people who are global now, who find a place to call home. Remember when you didn't have a place to call home, where you felt like you were all by yourself? Community is so important, and the community exists because we pull together in moments like this. So we joyfully give. We freely give. We see money as an expression of energy. That's what it is. So we're going to pull together in this moment, and we're going to give corporately, and we're going to say everything is good in this moment. And if we're watching on the replay, we know some of y'all have 2 churches. Y'all have 2, 3 spiritual communities, and Infinity is one of them. Because we know on Mondays and Tuesdays and Sunday nights, when the replays hit, we see people make their contribution there. And we're like, hey, how about that? Isn't it awesome? Whatever it is, we're here for you. So we're going to say it. Everything is good. Everything is good. Say it again. Everything is good. Everything is good. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Exhale, release. Everything is good.
Everything is good.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it good.
I got it good.
You got the words to the giving song, so we're going to do it all together. We keep it simple and keep the repetition going. But before then, and Reggie's going to play it live, Daniel, so we're going to be good on that. But we're going to get our offertory affirmation in.
Yes.
So our offertory affirmation is going to come up on the screen, and I'm going to encourage you to supercharge your offering today by saying it together with us. And it is on the screen. Thank you. O limitless, abundant Creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Ashe. Let's go on and give. Everything is good. The screen will show you how you can give so you can be reminded. And we invite you to sing along with the voices of Infinity. Come on, let's make this happen.
Ooh, everything is good. Everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yes, it is. In my life, all around, everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything
Reggie, we going extra in today. I ain't mad. I love it. We love it because everything is good. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What a good time, man. Rez has that. He's like the Pied Piper. He's like, oh, I got it good. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it good. Do you have it good? You gotta celebrate when you're in a space where God has been good to you. In your family, in your neighborhood, you made it through this week and you're ready to go. You showed up in the body, you showed up in the spirit, ready to accept the best days of your life right now. Sing it with me. I've got it good. Oh, last time, come on. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. Good. Oh, I got it good. How grateful we are, and how awesome is it to be in a space of giving and love, and to do it gratefully. That's a good thing, man. Just give it gratefully. I guarantee you don't know how it's coming back to you. It ain't the lottery. You don't put $10 on a ticket and thousands coming back to you. But you might have been spared from something, or some healing is waiting for you around the corner. You're saying to the universe, I'm free in this space. So we love it. It's a great segment. It's a great part of what we do at Infinity. So we've got some things coming up, and we want to let you know about them as we move toward message time. It's a great time to be here. Tag some friends who need to hear the message. In the meantime, we got some announcements. It's time for announcements and Standing Ovation. Lady Kenitha Carr. And so it is.
All right. Well, good morning, Infinity. So this is the time. If you've got a manifestation you've seen in your life that you want to report as a standing ovation today, go ahead and type it in the chat box right now. So even if you're new to the stream, go ahead and type out some manifestation that happened. So when we get to this part that we call standing ovations, we want to be able to celebrate you. All right, let's get into our announcements. Welcome to February, the second month of 2022, the year of attainment. The definition of attainment is the action or fact of achieving a goal toward which one has worked. This is the year for the big payoff, baby. So every single day, remember to speak aloud our daily mantra for the year. I live in the overflow. Let's say that again. I live in the overflow. Yes. Next week is Speak Sunday, and do we have a great one coming, y'all? Every third Sunday at Infinity is unique as the morning message is accompanied by a spiritual Q&A with Rev Jeff. Next Sunday, we are pleased to have as a special guest award-winning scholar, writer, and minister, Dr. Monica A. Coleman. Woo, woo, woo. Dr. Coleman is the author of the powerful new book, Bipolar Faith, a Black woman's journey with depression and faith, with PhD in philosophy of religion and theology. Come on, Rev. Rev Monica has both academic and lived experience with a pluralistic approach to spirituality that spans from traditional church to the African religion of Ifa, process theology, and more. So join us next week online as Rev Jeff and Rev Monica explore the intersections of spirituality and mental health with real, transparent conversation. I'm looking forward to that one because that was a mouthful there. I'm looking forward to it though. And okay, y'all, it's time for Standing Ovations. Woo! It's time for
Tune your vibration to a high elevation. It's time for the good news, our standing ovation.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
our high energy here at IF comes from our practice of snap. It's why we snap our fingers during this part of the service. We receive practical lessons and tools for our individual journeys. That's spirituality. We fellowship with like-minded spirits every week. That's nurturing. We take what we learn and apply it in our lives. That's action. And if we do these, then every week we see examples of progress in our lives. That's the proof. So let us pause to enjoy a collective moment of manifestation and expansion. We'll call off your names as we receive them. And when your name is called, we will snap our fingers to celebrate and affirm them. And then guess what? Like I say, we're going to give you an out-of-this-world standing ovation.
From all over the world.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Everybody's going to do that.
Yes.
So look, we got some ovations that are coming in. Before that, we have two quick standing ovations that I want to give. I want to give thanks with a grateful heart. And now let the whistle singing Sunday and the nurturing Sunday. Y'all done broke me into it. I done started. Y'all got me in. First off, on this past week, Sister Kenitha and I had a celebration. We commemorate 14 years together, but it's officially 13. February 10th was our anniversary.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah, we don't have an anniversary song. Do we do birthdays? We don't have a.
I know, no.
Do you know what today is? It's your anniversary. It's our anniversary. Yeah.
Woo, 13 years.
Yeah, man. We commemorated it with a school drop-off in the morning.
Drop-off in the
we
morning.
commemorated it with schoolwork throughout the day and checking in on the
throughout
kids.
the day, yes.
And then we topped it off with a parent-teacher association meeting
Yes.
on that night. It was a celebration.
And we got food to go.
And we got food to go.
Hey.
But don't worry.
We are celebrating.
We're going to celebrate
On
next
Friday.
week. Parents out
Friday
there, y'all know.
coming.
Yeah, on Friday.
Yes.
Why
Yes.
are you telling our business?
We're going
We're going to meet up
on the town.
with our closest people who are going to be acting out next weekend.
Yes.
And we're going to act a nut because that's what you do when you celebrate. You have fun in the world.
13 years,
13.
baby.
Man, the lucky 13. Lucky 13. So here we are. Second thing I want to send a shout out. And for those of you who know, Queen Mother Carr, the transition, the celebration was awesome. I want to thank everybody that's watched online and has participated in Mom's celebration. We've received emails, we've received texts. Thank you so much to the Infinity family for stepping up and helping to coordinate that entire service on behalf of my family. Listen, Mama's going on. I say Mama because her energy was in that service. And right here on the Infinity site, you can see her celebration home going. Listen, we had some heads of states and dignitaries that had, 1,500 views. Mama's at almost 8,000 views on YouTube, not counting other platforms because people are feeling that energy. And if you want to know anything about that, do that and then link to the service where we discuss some of Mom's principles. And that's a great thing too. But I want to send a special standing ovation to two people who stepped up. For those of you who know, my older brother has several platforms that he's on now broadcasting as well that are the historic space and the political analysis space. But one of them is the In Class with Carr and Narrative and Nubia with Sister Karen Hunter. Sister Karen Hunter, for those of you who know her, I want you to screenshot in a minute and I want you to tweet at Karen Hunter. Her name is at Karen Hunter. She has just done a phenomenal job of helping to get the word out during quarantine, especially about culture and history and analysis. But there's also a young brother named Urias. And Brother Urias is an illustrator with Black Heroes Matter. His Twitter is at BH Matter. So we got at Karen Hunter, at BH Matter, and for those of you who can screenshot, I'm giving you the alert. Get ready to screenshot. Those two commissioned a graphic presentation of my mom that they presented to my brother, and it was so beautiful that they shipped one to the sister and the brother as well. So when we arrive at Infinity, this box is on our step. And in this box is this piece right here. And this piece right here, I'm going to step, Sister Kanitha, I'm going to step to this middle shot, see if I can get this so y'all can see this. This shot right here was on our step. So Sister Karen Hunter, Brother Urias with Black Heroes Matter, I want to personally send you all a standing ovation for capturing my mom and turning Queen Mother Catherine Carr into a superhero. Is that not amazing? With the Yoruba proverb, when you stand with the blessings of your mother and God, it matters not who stands against you. Send that out. That's a screenshot. We shouting y'all out. That's a standing ovation. This is going to be put on display here so people can see that from here on out. What a wonderful, wonderful piece. What a wonderful piece. All right, let's go to the chat box and see what we got and see who we have in here to share standing ovations with. Let's go. We've got first up, we've got Denise Edmondson Knowles. I was recognized as a Black published author by Renee Bobb, the publishing lady of Nashville, for Black History Month.
Oh,
make that history, Denise.
Nice. Woo, woo, woo.
Everybody around the world, hit your snap, 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 snap. Awesome. Next up we have
Yes.
Tony I. Tony I, who works our tech in the back, had COVID and had to quarantine. But my results have now come back and I am negative.
Yay. Woo, 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 woo,
Got through it. Got through it.
I
Got through it. Rapid help. Yes, we did.
Yes,
Got through it. All right, next we got Good, good, good. Okay, those are our standing ovations for today.
Yes.
And again, thank you for your manifestations. Thank you for reporting back. It's great to see that energy in the space. So what do we do, Mama?
All right, so now at this point, if you shared something, guess what? You get to have several seats. Just have a seat. Sit down somewhere. And the rest of us, wherever we are in the world, we're going to stand to our feet and give a collective standing ovation, okay? Here we go. Yes. Those are the announcements. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. We don't want to miss it. Yes.
Speaking of narrative, I worked up the courage to ask Dr. Carr the question in office hours. It was amazing.
Oh, great, great. So shout out, did you get the person?
That was Terrell.
Who?
Terrell.
Oh, Terrell. Oh, come Terrell, man. Good. Awesome, man.
So congrats.
Terrell, yeah, next, when we visit and we had a big conference and everything here, we'll come and do all that kind of stuff in person. It's going to be fun. So
Yes.
excellent, man. I can't wait. Next time we're around. Okay.
Those are the announcements and ovations and all of that good stuff. Ashe.
Ashe. All right, great. So listen, it's time for the message. So I want you all to prepare yourself, prepare your hearts, prepare your minds for the download for today. It's Nurturing Sunday, so I'm going to give you some homework because Spirit is saying, give some homework. We got kids and grown-ups who give homework to at Infinity because we want you to grow. And in the meantime, we're going to open the passage. We're going to open the space of creativity. We're going to open the way with the voices of Infinity. So sit back and enjoy the musical vibration that opens the way for the word for you today. Ashe.
All right, y'all. We got a song for y'all. There's no need to worry, because it'll be all right in the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're dealing with, it's just this reminder of that. Ain't no need to worry what the night is gonna bring. It'll be all over in the morning. Ain't no need in worrying what the night is gonna bring. It'll be all over in the morning. There's a fear of nightfall when darkness comes and covers all the day. Sometimes we feel pain, but there are things that we can change. Just pray. Oh, ain't no need to worry what the night is gonna bring. It'll be all over in the morning. Troubles come, but they do pass. Heartaches hurt, but they don't last always. Sometimes we feel pain, but there are things that we can change. Just pray, 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 pray. To worry what the night is gonna bring. It'll be all over in the morning. In the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. In the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. Ooh, it'll be all over in the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. Ooh, yeah. It'll be all over in the morning. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. It'll be all over in the morning, in the morning, in the morning, morning. It'll be all over in the morning, in the morning, morning. It'll be all over in the morning. Hey, it'll be all over in the morning. Weeping may come at night. It'll be all over in the morning. But joy comes in the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. Sometimes you might have to cry. It'll be all over in the morning. But it will be all right, yeah. It'll be all over in the morning, yes it will. It'll be all over in the morning. Sing that with me, yeah. It'll be all over in the morning. Yes it will, yes it will. It'll be all over in the morning. Just trust in spirit to see you through. It'll be all over in the morning, and it will guide you through. It'll be all over in the morning. Ooh, it'll be all over morning. It'll be all over in the morning. Yeah, in the morning, morning. It'll be all over in the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. Yes, it will. It'll be all over in the morning.
In the morning.
Yes. Yeah. Be all over in the morning. Weeping may come at night. It'll be all over in the morning. But joy comes in the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. It'll be, it'll be. It'll be, it'll be. Yeah, it'll be all over in the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. That's what Mama Carr used to say. It'll be all over in the morning. Baby, hold on a little while. It'll be all over in the morning.
Come on, Reds.
Be all over morning. Yes, it will. In the morning. It's gonna be all over
In the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. It'll be all over in the morning. Yeah.
We want to thank the voices for bringing us in and reminding us that it will be all over in the morning. Whatever you're dealing with, whatever you've been struggling with, I want you to recognize that you are in a right now moment. When the old folks used to say it'll be all over in the morning, it's because they recognized that the next day the sun was still going to be there. And that whatever darkness you encountered during that period where it did not appear to be in the sky was only your perception, because the truth is the sun never left. It never left. It's just that the circumstances turned you away from the sun. But the sun was already there. And when you're there in the morning comes with light. And in this moment, it's time for us to embrace the light. Thank you, Sister Kanitha. Thank you, Brother Reggie. Thank you, everybody else. As we prepare for today and for the message of today, I don't know why I'm fooling around with the podium for today, because the message is here. Today's meditation is a powerful meditation. It comes from the great late Joseph Campbell, teacher, instructor, philosopher. But when I think about this space of infinity, when I think about this space of enlightenment, if you will, if I think about this space, this home of spirituality, if I think about all of the good that is here, how do you define a space as intangible as this? How do you define a space that is home? How do you define nurturing? How do you define love? How do you define what is sacred? Especially when many of us, many of you, have made a transition from traditional spaces to a space like this because you wanted and needed community. We all need community. We all need consistent rituals. We all need something to remind us of the sacred. And I found this Joseph Campbell quote, which is today's meditation, and we're going to put it up on the screen so that you can breathe into this and lean into this as well. Joseph Campbell reminded us that, quote, your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and over again, end quote. So simple it's scary. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and over again. That's what a sacred space is. That's what a sacred space is. Just take a deep breath and just spend 10 seconds looking at those words. Ashe and amen. Two words popped up when I thought about what Dr. Campbell talked about being a sacred space, and it was holding space. Holding space. The message today is about holding space. When we look at the word or the term holding space can be a noun. And when we use the term holding space as a noun, that means that that person, place, thing, or idea is something tangible that you can touch. I had the benefit of growing up with parents who had a 6th and 10th grade education. So I had the benefit of not having a silver spoon in my mouth. I grew up in South Nashville, and we didn't get things like regular allowances. We didn't get things like brand new clothes all the time. But what we got was an environment of love, and we got infused within us a work ethic. So when I got to be 12, 13 years old, and I decided I wanted some shoes that I liked as opposed to what was coming from the Genesco warehouse or the place down on 8th Avenue when they used to also give out those cans of peanut butter and that hard log of cheese. When I decided I wanted something on my own, my father told me, said, well, you can go and you can get you a job. So I cut grass. So I cleaned Cone's vacuum service, vacuum shop on 12th and Halcyon. I would go up on Saturdays and work for $1 an hour. And as I'm sharing this wasn't the 1940s or the 50s or the 60s or even the 70s. So as I am in this space now, I'm recognizing that there was probably some child labor laws being broken for. That joker got 4 hours out of me for $4. So, I think about that now. But as I got a little older, I learned that you worked. And I learned at 12 years old that when there was a repair that took place with a vacuum cleaner, I learned how to put the belt on the vacuum cleaner and restart the motor. And I learned how to fix lamps and rewire them. I was a little 12-year-old doing this labor and working. But we knew that when they brought something in the back for repair, we repaired it, and then we didn't take it and put it on the floor. We put it in a holding space. We put it in a holding space because the holding space was the space that was designated, it was designated for people to come and pick it up. And when you have a holding space, you don't want it back in the space where everything is destroyed. You also don't want it out in the general area because somebody would take something that does not belong to them and try to co-opt it. But you put it in the holding space because the holding space was the space in between. Make a note of that. It's the space in between. The holding space as a noun, I learned even more about when I got a little bit older and I could get my first job. And I worked at Bojangles Chicken. And I was a good worker at Bojangles Fried Chicken. And I learned to dip the chicken and bread the chicken. And eventually I moved up to biscuits. And I got to make the biscuits. And I got to be able to take the test. And if you took the test for making biscuits, you could pass the test and become a master biscuit maker. And I was a teenage master biscuit maker. Oh yeah, I went from $3.45 an hour to $3.85 an hour. And once I made it past becoming a master biscuit maker and they needed, I moved up to $3.95 an hour, and I was balling out of all creation. I walked in and prepared my biscuits, and then I learned something. I learned how to cut chicken with a table saw. So here I was equipped as a teen, as a 16-year-old. I could cut chicken with a table saw. I could make master biscuits, and I was making $4.10 an hour. You couldn't tell me nothing. But whether I was dipping chicken in the hot grease, whether I was rolling out those light and fluffy biscuits, because that's what made you a master biscuit baker, that you could make the fluffy biscuits, not the flat ones. Once I was able to cut that chicken and put it in the prep tub, when all of the food was prepared, it went to a holding space. Some of y'all see it at McDonald's or some place where you go eat. There is a holding space where you go to Sam's, you order yourself a pizza, they cook the pizza, and then they put it into the holding space. The holding space is a space that keeps things warm. It keeps things ready. It keeps things prepared so that they can then go out into the world. So when we have a holding space, there is a space for us to be prepared to be launched. There is a holding space that each one of us came out of, and it's called our mother's womb. We were in a holding space. We came into this heavenly consciousness when we made an agreement with God, when we made an agreement with the ancestors, when we made an agreement with the angels, when we made an agreement with the cosmic creation, when we made an agreement as spirits, spirit to spirit, soul and soul, when we said, I need to emerge into this earthly plane so that I can manifest what I'm supposed to manifest, so that I can give what I'm uniquely qualified to give. I make an agreement that I am going to go into this line, into this lineage at this particular time. When that agreement is made and your spirit emerged in the sacred coming together of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and you were born and your embryo lodged itself and nestled itself into the uterine wall and it began to grow, you then had this womb created, this wonderful space, this holding space where everything was being prepared, where everything was being nurtured, where everything was being warmed. You didn't have to worry about breathing because you were breathing through the umbilical cord and you were connected to your mother. You were connected to a heartbeat that beat on a regular basis that reminded you with its gentle rhythm that everything would be all right. And as you awaited the coming of the morning, which represented the opening of that portal and daylight emerging into you and you coming out of that darkness, right before that, from that moment of gestation to that moment of reaching maturation, that space was a holding space for you. And I think about my mother and the gift that she was, being in the room from age 27 with Jamoke down to age 10 with Smooch. She was in the room each time when the babies were born. And I'm going to be reflecting on this for months and years because 22 years of growing up with my mom and dad, and then another 30 years of being near them in proximity, getting to know them, as I said at the service, as a boy, and then getting to know them as a grown-up. All of these lessons are going to continue to flow from me. But when I think about my mama and those M's in that room when they're being born, there is mama, there is mother, there is midwife, and there was me. I did the least amount of work. But I don't know how anesthesia works in that environment because the mother, Kenitha, was there breathing through. And I fully believe that mama was the anesthesia because she's in the corner and all you hear in the atmosphere is her prayers and her singing that baby into the world. So that manifested child comes out at the honor of catching that baby and cutting that cord. And when it went from there to Kenitha's breast, when it was in that space, the next place it went was to my mother. And my mother could have a sacred conversation with that baby. Because in traditional cultures, the smallest babies go to the eldest person in the family. And the reason why is because the eldest person is closer to that space of heaven, and the youngest person just emerged from it. That's why they have a secret language that they can communicate to each other. It is a language of memory. But we come out of this holding space into a world where we are supposed to manifest our highest self. Spirit wants you to remember today that you have been given the holding space that you need to be successful. But it's also going to put a boot in your behind today, verbally, because there needs to be a reminder that a holding space is not a permanent space. It is a temporary space. It is a space of preparation and holding for things to be launched. So don't get into a cyclical space of, I'm going to stay in a holding space forever. Because if you keep the doggone vacuum cleaner there too long and you don't pick it up, it goes on the discount sale rack and somebody else gets your stuff. If you leave the food in the prep area, in the holding space too long, then bacteria will begin to set in and you got to throw that stuff away. What happens when a baby comes to full term and is not being born? It begins then to harm the mother rather than do good, because you can't stay in the holding space forever. Eventually, you got to do something. So many of you have been prepped. You read all the books in creation. You studied all the science. You've absorbed all the numerology. You've embraced all the astrology. You've done the anthropology. You've gotten all your music anthologies together. All of your ologies have come together. You have studied the psychology. You have studied your DNA and biology. Come on, Spirit. All of these ologies. And yet, have you come out of the holding space? Because when it's time for you to come out of the holding space, you recognize and trust that God has given you everything you need. You had it when you decided to come into this earth. God is just wanting you to remember. The universe is wanting you remember. All the scientific processes that you have been through in your life, all of them are lining up so that when you look back in the rearview mirror, you can see the trajectory of your direction that you're supposed to be going on. You just got to lose the fear. Stop explaining. Stop apologizing. That's not what you're here to do. That's not what the elders whispered in your ear in that language. The elders whispered in your soul. They said, I know why you're here. I did my part. Now it's up to you. So listen, we want you to move from the holding space as a noun. And your homework now is to move to the holding space verb. Because when you move from a holding space, you are committed to holding space for others who are willing to make a step toward manifestation. And holding space in the verb sense is more about making sure that you hold space for the things that are important to you, the things that God gave you to do. In a ritual sense, there are 4 stages that we exist in this world. As a spiritual leader, I'm present at every one of these 4 stages. For those of you who are members of Infinity, you know I'm going to have my stole on and my galabia, or I might have on my t-shirt, but I'm going to be there in those 4 stages. Those 4 stages are birth. So when you come through into this world, that is an important stage of life. The next stage is initiation, the transition from adolescence into adulthood. That's a ritual space. That's a space of saying, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I behaved as a child, but when I became a man or a woman, I put away childish things. It's a recognition of a biological and physiological change, but also a psychological and a spiritual change, a space of growth. And that's initiation. The third phase is marriage, which is also family. So it doesn't always mean that you're going to walk down an aisle with somebody, but you're going to be married to your purpose. You're going to be married to your friend circle. You're going to be married to your craft. You're going to be married to your art. Those designations are powerful. And then the final one, which is not the final, but it's the beginning again, it's what they call death, but what we know is simply transition. It's when you've laid it all on the table, baby. And so Spirit is telling you today to begin to hold space. Hold space for the things that are valuable. Your homework today, because I know some of you don't want to go into meditation. Some of you want to go back to the books. Some of you want to go back to the trivia. Some of you want to go there, but Spirit is moving you in this moment today that just like when you're doing potty training, eventually, if a child is potty trained and they just keep playing around, you look at them and you point at them and say, baby, it's time to do it or get off the potty. You got to do it now. It's time for you to get off the potty today. So homework, homework, homework. Hold space, beginning with yourself. Affirm this week the things that are good in your life. Do an inventory of the people, places, and things that you have held space for before. And if they are affirming you and working for you, then move in their direction even more. If they are not, then move away from them, because you got work to do. And it's not work that is cracking a whip on your back. It is joyful work, because it is manifestation. It is what you were born to be. And you don't owe anybody an explanation. As my quote from Bella G. Howell reminds us, never explain yourself. Your friends won't ask you to, and your enemies won't believe you anyway. Move from explanation to a space where you hold space. People out there are in need. And for you to feel good today, for us to feel good today, for us to embrace this good today, listen, Spirit is saying right now it's not enough. So I want you to focus on those 4 stages this week, starting today. Find somebody who just had a baby. Find somebody who's got some little ones, and make a commitment to pour into their life in some way. Stop a young mother or a young father and a couple or somebody in the mall. Stop them and say, I see you with your children. How awesome is it to be a parent? Thank you for being there for them. Call somebody in your family and thank them for being there. Look into a child's eyes and tell them how special they are, how beautiful they are, how good they look, how brilliant they are. That's your assignment this week. Because I guarantee you, you're going to feel something emanating from them and you when you pour into the life of a young one. When you find someone who is in that transition space, even if it's in your own home, and they are struggling, offer to be a listening ear. Teachers, recognize that when children are bucking up against you, they're just doing what you did, trying to find themselves. Pause and recall that. Give them advice. Young women, older women, make the connection so that people do not feel abandoned. Men, make the connection with that preteen, with that transforming young man, to let him know that what he's feeling is legitimate. Give the advice and the tips through experiential living that will help them manifest who they are, and pour into them with positivity and not critique. This week, it's all positive. Now, in the marriage space, those of us who are seeking relationships, let me give you one law of attraction tip. When you see people in relationships and it makes you angry and it makes you bitter and it makes you say, oh, to hell with that, guess what? The universe is just going to bless you. The universe is going to bless you abundantly. It's going to give you more anger. It's going to give you more bitterness. It's going to give you more frustration. But when you look at people who are in alignment with their relationship, and I'm not defining what that relationship is. I'm not telling you who you should love. I'm not talking about your orientation. I'm not talking about whether it's a loving relationship in a romantic sense. I'm not telling you whether it's a friendship. I'm talking about relationships. I'm taking a point of personal spiritual privilege to let you know that marriage is about relationships that come together. If you want some great friends, you got to change the vibration that you're putting into the universe. You got to be a great friend to get a great friend. You got to be there for people if you want people to be there for you. You got to be transparent even when it sometimes hurts. You got to be able to be open because you want people to be transparent with you. You want people to not judge you. So you can't put out a spirit of judgment if you want people to not judge you. Check and transform the relationships. Open a brand new door. And in a space that becomes final for so many. In a space that becomes final for so many, recognize that this is the time when your relationships show. That when someone has a loved one who has transitioned into the space of life after life, when their physical body is no longer here, transform the way you see that and the way you support that. We all live in a space where people are transitioning all around us. In the last 2 years, more people have transitioned than ever before, and I keep it real. My mother got to be 93 years old. What a wonderful space of transition. But Nashville had a superstar who Kanitha went to school with, superstar football player, Santonio Beard, speaking his name here in the ancestral realm. And we all should say we shouldn't be speaking his name because he transitioned last week at 41 years old in an unexpected way. So we all know people of all ages. Can you provide? Yes. No, you cannot provide. You will provide this week. Find someone to provide comfort to in the space of transition. Step up and volunteer for someone who needs something. Show up as many of you showed up for us and our family with food, showed up with t-shirts, showed up with kind emails and call. It doesn't take but 10 seconds to send a good text to say thinking about you, loving on you, here for you. You're going to find that when you do this, you are holding space for all that is good. And you are saying to the world, you are saying to the universe that not only am I ready to come out of my holding space, but I am ready to hold space for the sacred, for that divine light in me, because I am a reflection of God in the universe. And through birth, through initiation, through the coming together of people, and through the transition into the other space again, I'm going to live this life to the fullest. Because, baby, it ain't an accident that you're here. Too many things had to fall together. You're not here by random chance. So you already have a second chance because today is a new day. So I want you to hold space for yourself and for others this week. Nurture that love that is within you and watch and see the miraculous change that will take place in your life. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Amen and Ashe. As we come into this space today, as we prepare before we close, I want to ask you to just pause wherever you are, take a deep breath, exhale and let it go. Close your eyes, open your heart. As we seal this message today of love, as we seal this message of nurturing, God, we come to you in this place today with an open heart. We come today with a transparent heart. We come today with a heart that is empowered, a heart that is inspired, a heart that is uplifted by the good that you have placed inside of us. I want to thank you for those who have tuned in here, those who have found a magnetic vibration that is in alignment with growth, power, and prosperity. Thank you for this home space. For the person who may be there working through health issues, we open our hearts to them around the globe and remind them that all things in this universe are working toward the good. That there is not a bird flying in the skies that is not provided for, that there is not a beast of the field or of the ocean that is not provided for. And we, made in your image and likeness, are always constantly provided for. And so healing is provided for. Awakening is provided for. Enlightenment is provided for. Sustenance through abundance is provided for. In this year of attainment, we proclaim success and victory. We proclaim fearlessness in walking in our divine callings. We're here to do this life. We're here to live this life, and we thank you for equipping us to get out of the holding space and move to the space where we hold space with you. For in that space, all who we truly are emerges. We are light. We are love. We are infinite power because you are all of these. How good it is for us to dwell in this space today. Let us keep it going from here forward, manifesting this light in the world, unashamed, and operating in love. Deep breath in, exhale, let it go. For these things and other things that cannot be put into words, we simply proclaim them in gratitude, and so it is. Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe, and so it is. All right, y'all, let's take it on home. We want to remind you all that today after service, the Voices of Infinity are going to be blink, blink. Yeah, come on in. You come on in. We come on in. We rocking it. Spirit will keep you. We'll be in here sending up these praises and this energy and this gratitude all day. But we also know There are a lot of things to do today, a lot of things going on. So again, we thank you for being a part of this community. We thank you for partnering with this community. We thank you for being in this fellowship. And we know, those of you who find this place home, it's going to be here. And we're going to continue to pour into you. How you feel? How y'all feel? Y'all feel good? All right, y'all feel good. How y'all feel at home? Y'all feel good? All right, I can't see the chat window, but I can just feel things in my side eye moving. So that means that y'all are talking to each other. Listen, as you talk this week, remember, you got a homework assignment. So as you go through this week, let us know how it manifests. Email us, DM us, follow us on social media. Let us know how these things are working so we can help you even more. We want to continue to pour into you and see all the great things that are manifesting continue to manifest. So Voices of Infinity will be on Instagram Live today. They will be at the Infinity Fellowship. That's our platform. And they're going to be singing and they're going to rock. What you rocking today? Just some good general music? Or? Okay. Got a medley?
A few love songs.
Uh-oh.
The Love Daddy Mars.
Love songs.
We got this,
The closer I get to you. Do I get to? We should flip that. You should go over and over again. You should do the low part. I'll do the high part. Come on now. Could never. Y'all, let's go home. We'll be here all day. That's how we do it. So as all hearts and minds are clear, as we come into the space now, we're going to sing our song, Infinity Fellowship. We remind you to keep us in your hearts, keep us in your minds. And as we go, we'll begin. Awesome. That's called cueing. As we prepare to merge from this world into the world that awaits your light, we ask that you stand up at home or grab somebody's hand and just begin the process of recognizing that we all are truly connected, that we are in this space together, we are in this world together. Start it again and turn it up for me, Dane, so we can hear it. Thank you, son. Awesome. That's our song. We're going to put the words up. So as we sway to the left and to the right, we recognize that we are all in this space together. So wherever you go in the world, wherever you are, just recognize that you are loved, that you are lifted, that you are empowered. And this is the day that you got. It's a second chance. Stop looking in the rearview mirror. Start moving right now. This is the day to hold space. So we ask you to rise with us at home and sway and rock with us as we sing our closing song. It's called If, and the words are on the screen. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. We speak in this moment that the love of God, the power of the cosmos, and the ancestors rest, rule, rock, and abide with you. From this moment forward, we sing together. Amen, Amen, Hotep Shalom, Namaste, Hashem. Till we speak to you again next week, same time, same place. Got a great Infinity Fellowship service next week with Dr. Monica A. Coleman. You don't want to miss this conversation about the intersection of mental health and spirituality. We'll be here for it. Until I talk to you again, on behalf of the entire Infinity Fellowship crew, this has been Rev Jeff reminding you that when you get information and absorb it, it does become knowledge. But when you take knowledge and put it into action, that's when it becomes wisdom. Y'all be wise. I love you. That's a fact you cannot change.